thank you for watching. This is Kathy from Side by Image. Today we have two very special guests today. One is Coach Bobbi Peterson. She's the head coach of University of Northern Iowa's women's volleyball team. Hi, Coach Peterson.
Hello.
And we also have her former coach, who was the coach of UNI 30 years ago, Mr. Coach Shen Gao.
Hi, everybody.
He is also currently the American Chinese Athlete Association's president. Today, we would like to first ask you a few questions. First of all, we know that 30 years ago, Mr. Shen Gao used to be the coach for UNI's volleyball team, at which time you and two of your sisters were the team's players. Did you remember, is there any stories or any fun facts that you remember about that time?
I could have lots of fun facts for sure, but I think one of the things I'd like to say is, I was very young with volleyball in terms of we didn't have it when I was younger, so I was very green going into college. I had only played volleyball for 3 years, and so I learned so much about the game and how to coach the game from this man right here, and I owe so much of everything to him because of that. And he just had a great coaching style that made you want to learn and made you want to get better and made you want to play hard. I still remember he would always challenge any 6 players, him one by himself. So he would get all 3 contacts himself and challenge 6 players and win every time.
Wow,
I don't think I ever saw him lose. So, to know that he could do that. So he had talent, but also he had the ability to coach and get the best out of his players as well. So I'm forever thankful. And I think the other thing that I learned from Shin too is, being willing to do anything throughout your time, because he had to drive the bus and do a lot of different things that, necessarily, and, that was some scary stories with that, him driving the big bus. But just that no matter what your position is, you can always work hard and do the little things as well along the way. So just so thankful for him in my life and being able to get me to where I am today for sure.
Oh, that's a lovely story. And do you remember anything about Bobbi being a player? Because I know that she's also the school's greatest players in history.
Yes, of course, I know Bobbi. Bobbi is always the best players among the University of Northern Iowa. And I believe that is 1985. Yes. As a freshman, and Bobbi is always in a very important position outside hitter. And what I can remember, 4 years, every game, Bobbi always performs and show her the best as a team leader, and she's very humble and very talented and lots of power. And I think the university, all of the audience, all of the fans still remember that. And you have many school records, and she is the best. She was the best player for 4 years. And I still remember the last season, the last game you played. After that finished, and everybody teared. That's just not that often happened to the coaching staffs, but that was so, everybody feels sad. It's 4 years gone so fast. But now we're very happy. Bobbi is the best coach of the nation, one of the best coach, and I believe that's the year 2002, and she's the coach of the years. Of the Division 1 women's volleyball. So once again, congratulations. And there's many, many more coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, you must feel really proud of your student becoming one of the best coaches. I know that after you graduated, you actually went back and became the coach for your own team. Is there anything special about the school or the people there that motivated you to stay there?
Yeah, I think when you come to UNI and it's because of coaches like Shin, you become a family and you have so much pride in that university and you want to make it better. So the opportunity to go back there, it was I wasn't even actually planning on coaching, and I couldn't turn down the opportunity to be a part of something that I was so passionate about because of people like Shin during my 4 years there. It's like, how can I not go back and at least try to be a part of that? And so, and then just throughout the years, just being able to stay there, because it's a family within our volleyball unit, but we also, like Shin said, it's the crowd. It's, we're one of the top in the country in attendance, and we're a small school. So that means our community is coming, and people from the state of Iowa come and watch. And they don't just watch, like they're not just spectators, they're a part of it. Like you can feel them on the court, and you just have like such a sense of pride and almost a sense of responsibility. I feel that a lot. I feel responsible to all the wonderful alumni, and Shin can attest to this. There's so many wonderful, wonderful people that have gone through our program that have been a part of building that tradition. I mean, it has taken years of hard work by so many people, and the coaching staff, from the players to the fans to the administration that's been a part of it. And it's just a cool thing to be a part of, and I can't imagine doing that somewhere else, just because I almost feel like I would be cheating on you and I, and like it just isn't. It's something that I can't even imagine, just because of that passion. And we have an assistant coach now that played there too, and I know she feels the same way. Like there's just so much drive. It's a very hard profession, and it's getting harder and harder. So I think it makes it a little bit easier when you have that passion for the place that you're at. And again, that's built over a lot of time and a lot of people that have helped build that, for sure.
That's really wonderful to hear. We also know that for your team, it has won the seventh, this is the consecutive 7th year of them to win the academic award. I know that your team is not just good at athletes, they're also really good students. Is there anything special that you've done for helping them, balancing between an athlete and also a student?
Yeah, I think a couple things. First of all, they come to the university, number one priority needs to be the academic side, because volleyball will not be there forever, and we want to build people. We want to build people that want to have a career. And so we definitely, even when we're recruiting, we make sure that they know that that is the number one thing. And there's sometimes that's hard, because you feel like volleyball, but the academic side has to be there. And so we have a lot of things in place when they're young to try to help that. For example, a study table, or we have academic goals between individuals and academic team goals. But I think our upperclassmen do a really good job of setting an example too. So the freshmen come in and they see what our upperclassmen are doing and how important the academic side is. So it's really easy to follow along with that. And I think the other thing is, besides academics and athletics, we also try to be well balanced and try to develop people too. So we do a lot of community service, we have required hours for that. So a lot of giving back, a lot of being able to, once they leave UNI, to understand how they can go out and the communities that they end up living in, how they can be helpful and productive in those communities too.
Was this also a tradition when you were also coaching there? Was this a tradition that passed down from the earlier years of coaching?
I cannot remember. There's a
for the academics.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like we were competitive academic.
Yes, that's
we had
true.
Some,
those years, I think from a small environment, and the University of Northern Iowa really has a tradition focused on academic. And so that's why becoming a tradition is coach staffs. They know it has to be. The athletes has to be emphasis on what they should do.
And I think back then we had an academic award within our university, so all the sports would compete for the highest GPA, and our kids were just as competitive for that. It's we wanted to win that too. So, but it was a lot of fun competitiveness, but that, definitely a lot of great students throughout that time too.
That's really awesome. And also I know that you have 2 twin daughters. 4 girls.
Yeah.
Do they also learn played volleyball when they were little?
Yeah, I think that's the coolest thing. They've been around the gym for so long and have been a part of it, and just naturally touch the ball, and so I've been fortunate that they definitely love the game, and they also love a lot of other sports too, but just volleyball is definitely their favorite. And it's funny because even at home, I'll come home from work and many years they'll be outside playing volleyball, just the four of them together. So it's been a nice way for them to have some connections and different things over the years too. So very excited that they love the game because I love the game so much. So it's fun to share that with them.
I've also heard that some of your team members, is it their first time to come for the competition in California?
It is, yeah, for actually a lot of them this weekend. So, and it's, it's definitely a tournament that's starting off with a bang. So we had our purple and gold scrimmage last week where it's our team playing against each other, but they're in front of a crowd. And they were very nervous for that. So I'm like, okay, it's a lot different when you're playing Creighton and Kentucky and USC. So I'm sure there will be a lot of early nerves, but I think we have some good core upperclassmen that are back that hopefully can help them along that played when they were freshmen too. So they know what it feels like that first time out on the court. But we're excited to just get out there and see what we can do.
That's really awesome. We would like to lastly thank you for coming. It's a great honor to have you both. And I would like to wish you great luck with Creighton tonight and USC and Kentucky tomorrow. Wish you and the girls the best of luck. And also thank you again for coming.
I really appreciate it, and I can't say enough about this guy right here. I'm so thankful for him in my life and what he's meant to me. And it's from knowledge that I've learned about the game, but it goes so much beyond that. And getting to play with him, we played in some summer tournaments together and some things like that, and
awesome.
lots of fun years too. And so I learned a lot from him just by being able to play with him too. So, but just one of the best in the business for sure.
Actually, before today, when was the last time you guys met up or played? Do you guys plan to play a game sometime today?
I'm afraid that he can still beat me. I'm afraid that he can still beat me one-on-one too. So I wouldn't want to be a part of that. It'd be fun though. Yeah. It's a lot of people back at. That's the other thing about Shin. There's so many people that are still in Cedar Falls that know him and love him and respect him and would do anything for him to come back. And he just developed a lot of great relationships while he was there, besides all the things he did with the coaching at the university. So very neat experience, and we miss him there. I'm not gonna lie.
So do I. I want to go back.
Yeah. We would love that.
Yeah.
Does it feel kind of special to have him watching the game tonight?
Yeah, and he's been able to be at a few of our games over the years, and he always checks in every year, and that he has no idea what that means to me. I try to tell him, but email sometimes doesn't express how thankful I am. But when he checks in on us, whether we're winning or losing, it doesn't matter. He has a lot of pride in what we're doing, and it just means so much. And with our young team and some different things, that the toughness of the competition this weekend, it will be nice to have a familiar face in the crowd.
He also has the uniform on,
which I love that. Yes.
Yeah. By the way, every year Bobbi always send cards to me, and lots of handwriting, and lots of details. I really appreciate it. That's from the bottom of your heart.
Yeah, it is.
It's just wonderful. That's why in Cedar Falls, Iowa, I feel this is home. I feel that's his family. That's all I need.
Because we are your family there for sure. It's really cool.
This is so lovely. Both again for being with us today. Thank you for watching.
Thank
See
you.
ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.